Welcome back to the TIG Weld Virgin series. Today we're going to talk about the three most important words in TIG welding. Those words are clean, clean, clean. So how clean are we talking? Well, we're talking clean on an almost molecular level. Let me show you some examples of what is not clean. So you don't need to be a rocket surgeon to see that this is not clean. This is a brand new piece of steel, but it's been left outside or it's just caught some moisture in the air. It's still usable, but obviously needs cleaned. This is a section of new steel, which kind of looks clean, but it's not. You see how there's a sort of dull colouring to it? That's called mill scale. That needs to be removed. So this is a section of brand new steel which has had the mill scale removed. So is that clean enough? Nope. So yes, it looks clean. However, what we've really done here with the grinding disc is pretty much spread contaminants all over the surface. So we need to get rid of contaminants now. And I'm going to use acetone just to wipe over all the surfaces, okay? Very simple process. Grab some acetone, wipe it over the surface. Now, bear in mind, this is highly flammable, so if you are going to be welding after this, put this well out the way. You can even see in the paper, it's lifted off some more contaminants. I mean, if you're going to be really paranoid, do it again. And now we're clean. So our metal is nice and clean. Can we start welding? Nope. We also need to clean our welding filler rod. Now this is brand new, straight out the box. Cut it in half just to make it easier to weld. But it is also potentially contaminated. So it's going to be the same process with the acetone for the filler rod. Bit of clean towel, bit of acetone, wipe down the rod. Spotless. Look at that. More contaminant. So that's nice and clean. And the worst thing I think you could probably do is put that straight back down in your bench. So put that somewhere it's not going to get dirty again. Maybe just have a bit of clean kitchen roll. Lay it on there. So now are we good to go? Nope. What could possibly be left to clean? How about your welding gloves? These are the welding gloves I've been using recently. Specifically for TIG, because you need a bit of movement. You know, it's a bit more delicate, the operation, compared to MIG where you have big thick gloves. But look at this. What is the point going through all that cleaning process to then contaminate your filler rod with dirty gloves? So I'm not using them. I went out and got a brand new pair of sparkly clean TIG gloves, which I'm going to keep specifically for the TIG welding operation. I'm not going to be picking up dirty bits of steel. I'll do all that with my dirty gloves. No, I won't, that's pointless. No, I'll pick up the dirty bits of steel with these. Once the steel's clean, I can pick them up with this and weld with the brand new gloves. Are we ready now? Almost. There's one last thing. You need to clean your tungsten first. I have just ground the points on these electrodes. However, not everyone has a dedicated grinding disc, so chances are you're going to have some contaminants. Again, a bit of acetone, give them a wipe. Put it on a clean surface. And you can see the lines of dirt that we're getting from that. So well worth doing that as well. So they're clean. Are we finally ready? Yes. Just remember, put your cap back in your acetone. Put that well away from any work surface that you're going to be welding. The same with your used acetone paper towel. Get them out of the way. So if you feel that this process is laborious and you can't be bothered with all the cleaning, perhaps TIG welding is not for you. With that said, let's prep some steel and get with some more practicing. So here's my selection of prepared steel, all clean and all acetoned up, wiped clean. Not quite sure what I'm going to do with everything yet. Maybe join this onto this somehow. Maybe. Steel's expensive, so I don't want to waste it. I would quite like to join these two sections together. Just something like that, maybe. This section here, I have cut little slots and I will want to fill these up with filler rod, but I'm going to start with the basics and just basically run a bead along without any filler, just to see how it works with everything nice and clean. Not looking for any sparks, just a nice line down there. So we'll give that a shot first. Okay, we're getting pretty nice lines. I did actually go too far through on this one, and that's why it sparked, because the underside of this isn't completely clean, and that's why you were getting the little sparks. So that's contamination for you. I'll try a bit more and then we'll move on to another bit of steel. So this is where we started at this point here, and I blew a hole through it. Didn't have my glasses on, so I couldn't really see what I was doing. That was dumb. But as I say, the hole caused the contamination to come through from the underneath, hence the sparks. This one wasn't too bad. This one was pretty nice. I was using a sort of rocking motion with the cup. This was a straight line. This was also a straight line. I must have turned the amperage down there, because obviously it's not getting down as deep as that one. But that's what practice is all about. Okay, what we do next? Let's try joining these two 3/16 sections of steel together. Now I must stress, this is not about how great I am at welding, because I'm just learning. This is really about whether or not all this process of cleaning makes a difference. I think it does. But as I say, be prepared for some ugly welds. Let's start with tacking these together at either end. I'm going to leave a slight gap in the middle to allow for expansion. So I'm going to tack there, and then I'm actually going to try some filler rod, which could be a complete disaster, but we'll give it a shot. I'm not going to learn unless I try. That's not looking bad at all. I have a ton of learning to do and a ton of practicing to do, but I'll show you how this looks so far. Now, be gentle. This is my first time ever welding 2 bits of steel together using TIG. I actually managed to follow the line reasonably accurately. Looks like I was maybe a bit heavy with the filler rod, maybe a bit low with the amperage. Kind of looks like a half decent MIG weld. So I've got a bit of work to do, but I'm pretty pleased with that result. You know what, I need to correct myself. I did in fact join these 2 bits of steel together on the last video using TIG. However, I hadn't prepped and cleaned the surfaces of these 2 sections. And that's what today's video was all about, prep and clean, which I did with those surfaces, and I will continue to do with every other surface that I try and TIG together. I'm not moving on to the other stuff today. I really need to master using the filler rod. It's really much harder than you think. It's the whole patting your head, rubbing your tummy at the same time thing. So I do need to master that. So I'll continue practicing, and I will see you all in the next video with a nice new project, because I'll be an expert by then. No chance. Take care everyone. See you in the next one. Bye bye.